But being here in Phoenix, like you said, security, knowing I'm going to be, with the franchise that drafted me, that took a chance with me for a very long time. And, I'm looking forward for the years to come.
What's next for you?
Keep winning basketball games. Focus on winning. Not winning just to make the playoffs, not winning just to get to the first round or the second round. We're trying to win it all.
You got courtside seats. Who you going to see?
I got courtside seats. I'm going to see Devin Booker.
He's young, competitive. So Book is my personal favorite player to watch in the league.
I love everything about D-Book. I've had numerous conversations with him in the past. He continues to make the jump. And as he said, as Kobe told him to be legendary, when you want to be legendary in this game, you got to continue to improve not only your game, but you as a man and everything, both on and off the floor. And all the conversations I've had over the years, I could tell he soaked them up and has used them to his advantage. And, everyone sees what he's able to do on the floor right now, but I think, his maturity, him as a young man is what I'm most impressed about. So,
What is it like to guard a guy like Devin Booker?
It's a challenge. He can score from everywhere. He can score in a variety of ways, and slowing him down is a challenge, but it's also fun to witness, like the offensive performances that he's putting on in the finals and how he's just kind of putting his team on his shoulders.
In what ways does that challenge you to be better?
I don't want him to win. I don't want him to win. I don't want him to score. Last game, they run a play and Devin Booker came off like a down screen for a three, and I was right there, and like on the contest, it was like this, and I touched his hand and he made it, and I'm like, there's nothing better I could have done defensively. Things like that, I'm like damn, but at the same time, I'm like, that's a hell of a shot. So it's been fun.
I've been watching him ever since, I was born. So, he had a big impact on my life, and I appreciate everything he's done for the game.
Playing against Booker tonight, he went straight to my move. The first time he caught it, dude, you're not gonna beat me on my move, man. But it was great to see. It was absolutely great to see, and because I remember I did the same thing with MJ.
He's just an unbelievable player. He's changed my life personally. Just the mentality that he has, that he takes to the game is unbelievable. So
he has the right attitude. He has the right competitive spirit. I think his footwork's extremely sound. His fundamentals are extremely sound. And now it's just about him figuring out exactly what his game is.
Well, I like that kid, man. He's since the first time I played him, you gotta get so close. So the first time I played him, he's tough. He didn't shy away from contact. He didn't shy away from the matchup. And he got a great future in this league. He's 19 years old. And the guy, no matter what their record is, you see him continue to keep going tonight. So, he's a future two-guard in this league. So, it's my job to always talk to guys, always give them that courage, that confidence, and just doing what I'm supposed to do, man.
This guy right here, Devin Booker. We know what you did. We know you saw Spider Mitchell last night. Hey, let's see if you can match it. We need you to be aggressive. We need you to get buckets. Remember last year when you hit 70 at Boston? The world knows you can get buckets. We need this game tonight, get buckets. Reggie said that was Kobe Bryant-like, and I agree with him. So Devin Booker needs to be aggressive.
Look, deep three, absolutely. Devin is on fire.
It's incredible to see Devin Booker take the mantle of the face of the Phoenix Suns. I've gotten a chance to watch him play. This guy is poetry in motion.
It's great to see Book playing well and Phoenix playing well, but get my man out of Phoenix. It's not good for him. It's not good for his career. They got to get Book out of Phoenix. I need my man to go somewhere where he can play great basketball all the time and win, because he's that type of player.
Are you tampering?
Maybe.
Book is different. Like to see Devin, like at times when he just running, boom, and he go right, left, catch and shoot, boom, and he can do it off the dribble, and he a guard, right? That's one of the biggest things that I respect the most about him, and he a hooper. Like he just love to hoop, and he crazy. He crazy, like sicko, He's another one.
He's another one.
He's another one.
That's why you guys get along.
That's why it works. It's because he's so competitive.
I think Book is low key. People don't realize.
I don't know. I don't think people know that he talks a lot.
I'm sure you heard something last night.
Yes,
I'm sure you heard something last night.
Well, he's always talking, literally. But that's the thing. I love that about these type of guys. Like they just know how good they are.
My MVP is Devin Booker. I think Book has been consistent all year with as good as their team has been. Again, we go back to the conversation. There's no criteria. However, for my criteria, Devin Booker is the MVP of the NBA. With as consistent as he's been, he's faced injuries, he's come back, hasn't missed a beat. Their team has continued to win. They're leading the NBA in first place by a long shot. Got to go with Devin Booker as my MVP.
He's he can score. He can score. He's a guy who can score at all three levels. He can make plays. He can. He's just a great player. For me, I play against him a lot in the summertime too, and he's someone who I look. In his package and see what he adds to his game every year, and I just try to, take some of his game, and it's good to see him doing well though right now.
When Devin Booker went to Kentucky, that's when I really started to watch him. And, like I said, I love his game, the way he gets to his spots, and, he can score with the best of them. And I just think he's so fluid and skilled. He can just really score the ball. But I think our bodies are different because I got short arms, like really short arms. So, so my body's a little different than his, though.
He reached out to me at Kentucky when I was in school. I kept that relationship with him, and like I said, earlier in my career, I continued to model my game after him. So just watching what he does, and I can, try to model my game after him.
Devin's game is becoming incredibly well-rounded. Obviously, he came in the league known as a shooter, beautiful shot, but I think what we've seen develop is his all-round scoring game.
He did it. 70 points for Devin Booker. 42 and a half. Here we go. Unbelievable. So now he broke your thing.
And I thought he'd be happy at 62. And the dude kept going.
That kid is very, very special. I think he can consistently be a pretty unstoppable force in the league, and that's how you really measure how good a guy is.
He really believes no one can guard him in the NBA, and after 70, I think he proved a lot of people right.
He's going to have times in his career where he just gets in zones, and where he's just going to seem unstoppable.
Devin is just mentally so far above a lot of the guys in the league, and that's what's going to make him a superstar. The crowd ended up cheering for me, which was unbelievable.
This is incredible. The crowd is going crazy here in Boston, celebrating Devin Booker.
Wilt Chamberlain scored 100, Kobe scored 81, and then young Devin Booker scored 70. That's incredible.
Booker always was super talented, footwork-wise, work ethic, had it all in him, had the swagger, became such a better student of the game, of studying film. If you look at his body now, he finally has cuts in his body, got serious with his nutrition, of getting IVs, taking care of his body off. I think with him it was his passing ability that was poor. He could shoot the ball. And for him to become a better passer, getting his first triple-double, his maturity is just coming in the league so much, Bill, that I knew he's going to be an all-star player, but I just think that he's took the next step of his body. Like, if you look at him, man, he's a phenomenal.
He's cut this year. He's cut. He's cut. Yeah.
That's the first thing I saw him. I said, look at his face. I could see his cheekbones. I mean, listen, I didn't know if he had surgery. I couldn't mess with the Kardashians. I didn't know if he had surgery or he lost some weight. That's for one, all right?
You feel like you get the respect you deserve.
I feel like from the players I do. And that's most important to me. Sitting down and be able to talk to you and, you tell me that you respect my game means the world to me. I know it's going to come to a point where, I start winning more games. I'm going to make sure of that. And, I'll get the whatever respect that everybody else cares about. But as long as I'm out there, competing against the guys that put the same work into me every summer, earning respect from those guys is what's most important to me.